Our past graduate speaker comes to you today from Galveston, Texas. Michael was our 2012 class speaker and went on to graduate with honors from Texas A&M University with a business degree. He is a young entrepreneur that owns and operates Outcast Fishing Charters, and Monster Fishing Apparel. A fun fact about Michael is that he was nationally and internationally known as Hero of the Day for rescuing a family from a burning yacht and appeared as a guest on the Steve Harvey Show. Michael will also be presenting our special awards today. Help me to welcome Michael Marquez.
Howdy guys. Here's some Aggies in the house. What's up? Well, I made it up the stairs without falling, so that's a good start. I want to go off. I'm Michael Marquez. I've been homeschooled my whole entire life, and I've been around you guys my whole entire life, and so many of you have had such a huge impact on my life from a very young age. I want to recognize something here that's very important to me. And I know we're here to celebrate the graduates, and I'm so proud of these young individuals who have taken this step, and that's a huge accomplishment, guys. A lot of people haven't even made it to where you are today, so I'm super proud of you guys. But I also want to recognize one thing that we all have in common, and that's no matter what denomination you are, Christian, Baptist, Catholic, I'm sure there are many different ones here, but I want to recognize that we all have one thing in common, and that's a love for God. And I think that's so important, and to see young individuals, because you're going to go to college or wherever you are in life, and you're going to run into people from all walks of life. And I think that it's unbelievable to see these graduates up here singing and praising the Lord, and then everybody reading their favorite verse and whatnot. And I just think that I'd like to take a moment to clap for the parents who have instilled the love of God in these kids' lives. That's my mama up there. What's up, mama? Looking good. All right, I brought a piece of paper here that I'm going to try not to read off of too much, but anyway, so thank you. This is traditional. Thank you for having me today. I feel very blessed to have the opportunity to speak to you guys and share some insight on what you can expect in the future. Being homeschooled can carry quite the stigma. Some people will think you're weird, and others will think you're super smart. Regardless of what others think, your families have made a huge sacrifice to get you guys to where you are today. Trust me, it takes a lot of love to put up with us for 18 years straight. And a lot of people don't have that love, so for that we should be grateful. No matter if you're going on to higher education or workforce, many choices will await you in your future. You'll be confronted by the devil with many temptations. My best advice is for you to stay true to the foundation that you have stood on. It's obvious that you guys are doing great at that. Do not be discouraged, but take on each new day as a challenge to be the best that you could possibly be. From the time you leave here today, there will be many different pressures on you, from your friends, your family, to do different things in life. Everyone will be expecting you to do something different. And your mom wants you to go to the best school. Your dad wants you to get a master's and stop leaving his tools laying all in the garage. And your best friend wants you to sell all of your belongings and open up a portable taco stand. That was just my best friend, but although there will be many pressures on you, I strongly encourage you guys to find your true passion in life. Find your happiness, right? That's been a great thing that was talked about today. Pursue something that you wake up smiling, and something that you have 110% drive for, something that you're not going to be hitting the snooze alarm and you're like, man, this really stinks. So find something that you love to do. And I'd like to share a short story with you guys today about how I pursued my dreams through various pressures and obstacles. So ever since I was young, I've had a huge passion for fishing. I love to be on the water, and I wasn't the best at it when I was younger, but I've gotten a little bit better, so that's good. So I went to Texas A&M Galveston, and it's a school right on the water there, and I've interned through different gas trading companies and marketing, management, and did a little bit of everything throughout my college career. And I found that my passion was not to be working in an office. it just wasn't for me. So by the end of my sophomore year, I was working full time in between classes as a deckhand and running fishing charters. I was known in class for the guy that smelled like fish. So when I would walk in, it was like parting of the Red Sea. Everybody was like, "Don't sit next to me." Group projects, everybody was like, "Not me, nose goes." Like, no, I don't want to be your groupie. So anyway, so I remember, my parents were like, "This fishing thing is good, but it's temporary, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." Sorry, Mom. She still does my laundry sometimes. No, so I made a promise to my parents, and that promise is when, even though I had a huge passion for fishing, and this is what I wanted to do in life, I made a promise, and I'm like, "Guys, when I graduate, I'll go and I'll get a real job, and that's that. It's gonna be great." And I remember the end of my sophomore year going into the career fair at the school, and this is a time where you will be harassed if you have good grades, because they're gonna come up to you and they're gonna be like, "You're gonna work with us, right?" So anyway, I was expecting that. I had worked really hard to have good grades, and I was super excited to go to this career fair and find this awesome new job. So I walked in, and there's like 50 different, tables set up, and I'm like, "All right, I'm here, hire me." It's not that easy. And I remember talking with these people, and these people were like, "What do you like to do? What do you want to go and do?" And the only thing I could tell them about was my skills at fishing. Yeah. So despite the good grades and despite the hard work I did in school, a lot of these people, I remember they would tell me, at your young age, they're like, "You need to go out and you need to follow this dream." And I remember leaving after talking with like 50 different people, leaving the college career fair and calling my mom, and I'm like, "Mom, I got bad news for you. I talked to 50 people today trying to get hired, and nobody wants to hire me. They're like, you need to keep fishing." Also, she wasn't happy about that. So at the start of my senior year, I went out behind my parents' back. Don't do this, graduates. No, never behind your parents' back. But I went and I bought a boat, and I spent every dime that I literally had on this boat. And I remember, I was like, "I'm going to start a charter company." It's a big leap. And so I went and I bought insurance, and I remember my parents have no idea any of this is going on, and I'm like, "All right." So I booked my first trip. It's like $25, I don't even know. But I remember driving to put my boat in the water, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna stop at McDonald's and get this meal." I didn't have the money to stop at McDonald's, not even the dollar menu. Like, I was broke. If this trip didn't work, I'm done, right? Like, I'm calling Mom. I'm like, I really am sorry. So anyway, we fished. We had a great time, and it was super awesome. By the time that I graduated college, I had a customer base of close to about 1,000 people. That I was working 21 hours in classes, and in between classes I was fishing and marketing day and night. I worked countless 15 to 18-hour days, and by countless I mean every day. If I wasn't on my boat, I was attending shows and events around Texas, promoting my charter company and marketing myself on social media. Every spare second I had went into Outcast Charters. After lots of blood, sweat, and putting a major dent on the fish population in Texas. My charter company, Outcast Charters, was ranked #1 in Galveston, Texas, amongst 200 other companies. Thank you. So, and that is through hope, faith, and love that my parents have instilled on me, and I think that was beautiful, by the way. But I ask God to grant you guys the courage to step out in life and pursue what you truly want to do. Don't go behind your parents' back and buy something crazy like I did. But at the end of the day, life is about really one thing, and that's sharing the gospel with others and showing your love for God and spreading that. And it's about you being able to lay down on your pillow at the end of the night and you to be internally happy. Because there's going to be a lot of different people, like I said, a lot of different pressures that are going to be put on you guys to do something or be something that you don't want to be. And I want you to know that if your passion is something silly, you go and pursue the heck out of it, and you absolutely tear it up, because I have faith in you guys, and I want you to know that it can be done for sure. So I want to leave you guys with 3 things that I live my life by. Number 1 is set goals for yourself. Not the easily achievable goals, but the ones where people look at you like you're crazy and say it can't be done. Those are the good goals. And I also want to say to number 2 is be a leader. Set the bar for others. There are millions of people out there who have the same goals and dreams that you have, and only a handful of you guys will achieve those goals. And I want you to know that you should work every day and appreciate the ones who love and support you, your family members, your professors who are going to be there for you, or even your bosses, depending on where you're going. And lastly, I'd like to leave you with never give up and settle for a mediocre life or the easy way out. Live life with no regrets. Put God first, and come catch a monster fish without pest charters. Thank you, guys.